Hey, Max here. In this video, we'll be covering extensions. You'll see here I've made a fairly simple dungeon crawler with one enemy and one piece of treasure to find. As it stands, though, our game leaves a lot to be desired. For example, maybe we want to be able to hold down our mouse and shoot at a fixed cooldown rather than having to click a button each time. Maybe we want a smart enemy that can pathfind around walls to get to us rather than just running into them. And maybe we'd like the wand to point at the cursor for a more interactive gameplay experience. We could try to implement this functionality ourselves, or we can use functions and behaviors, known more broadly as extensions. Extensions allow us, as game creators, to spend less time reinventing the wheel and more time actually making our game. As an added bonus, you'll find that using extensions leads to a much cleaner event sheet, which will help a lot as your project grows. So let's take a look at how to use them. We can get started with behaviors by opening the drop-down menu for an object and selecting the Edit Behaviors menu option. You can then add a behavior with the Add a Behavior button, and then you'll be presented with a list of built-in behaviors native to GDevelop. There's also a plethora of community-made behaviors available through the Search New Behaviors option. For this project, we'll select the Fire Bullets behavior and install it, and then we'll see it in our list of new behaviors. We can then add it to our object by clicking on it, and then we'll find the behavior properties here. These give us some more control over how the behavior will act. So in this case, we can set the cooldown when we fire a bullet. Now, when we select our object in the event sheet, we'll find that it's been basically supercharged with new abilities. In this case, our wand now has a fire a bullet action, which we can use to fire bullets towards the mouse. Now, another problem with our game is that, well, our AI is a little bit more A than I. We can fix this by implementing pathfinding, which is just another behavior in our list, but with a behemoth of a behavior property list. We'll go over how to actually implement this in a future video. Finally, in addition to behaviors, there are also functions, which can be accessed from the Project Properties panel, followed by opening the Functions/Behaviors menu. This is where you can find community-made functions as well as behaviors. As for using functions, well, they're a lot like behaviors, but they're not tied to specific objects. They can do things like, for example, align stuff in your scene, or in the case of this project, rotate a wand about a character and point it at the cursor. Looks much better now, don't you think? So this has been a basic introduction to behaviors and functions. The topic goes quite deep, so we will certainly be following this video up with information about how to use certain extensions, as well as how to write your own. If there are any behaviors or functions that you want us to go over, feel free to let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.